Today we're going to be talking about usually for a Saint. I did 2,000 runs. Now I did not get this idea from myself. It is from Reddit. Thanks to Reddit, Dr. Bear Polar. He did 1,100 runs. I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? What if I do 2,000 runs on it? Especially with a new player. Especially I have a new account. I'm testing it out. So I'm like, let me test out with all the buffs that we do get for a new player in terms of everything that we did get. So we did 2,000 runs. Again, that is roughly about, I want to say, around 180 leaves. As a newer player, you do get a lot of leaves in the beginning. When you do log in, you do get about 55 leaves from day number 2. And then all the other leaves were just from logging in, Abyss, doing the side stories and stuff. And that's really how I really got my 180 leaves. I did use some sky stones, maybe a little bit, maybe like 500 sky stones to hit the goal. 2,000 runs is a lot. I did this in 24 hours. So I got about 1 million stigma. It's not going to really showcase on the data. There is some runs missing the data. Hence, why it's not going to be accurately 1 million, but I will show you in game. It is 1 million stigma. But this is all the data. If you really want to come look at this, I am going to be posting the link inside the description. So again, it's a lot of data if you want to go look at it. But to basically sum it up, it is going to be 29 million gold just from all the runs that we did get and selling it. We got 980k stigma, like I did say. It is 1 million, but some runs are missing. There is currently 2,025 runs in here on this list right here, and then some runs I did not include because there were crashes, so I don't know the accurate information from that. But again, it is 1 million stigma that we did get. I did over 2,040 runs that I know of. I probably did more than that, maybe 2,100. That did get me to the 1 million stigma. And we did, in the end, walk away with 1,276 sword dust. Short charms, we got 256, which is pretty damn good. Helm, we got 1,350. Charms, we got 263. The chest, we got 1,370 dust just from selling the 15 gear. And then charms, we got 285. The boots, we got 1,334. Charms, 274. And then the catalyst, there's only 3 catalysts that do drop on this stage. If you have the pet that increases the drop for the catalyst, that's great. I did not have that, by the way. We have 87 strange jelly, 61 cold look, and 73 Twisted Fangs from 2,000 runs. Again, that's quite a lot. That is really a lot of catalysts that we did get. In the end, Stigma expected value, we got 102,000 gold if whatever we do sell it for penguins, if I were to do that. And then Silver Stones, we got about 289 if I were to sell all of the gold, right? So do keep that in mind. That's not that bad. I just want to briefly show the data. Again, I will be posting the link in the description if you do want to go look at it. Now let's go back to the account so I can show you how it really looks better now. So let's go back real quick. Boom, here we are. So as you can see, do keep in mind, I'm pretty sure I've heard different stories. If you go into side story and you close it out, you can never enter it again. Do keep that in mind. I'm not sure if you could actually go in here and look at other ones. I'm not too sure. I'm not going to test it out. Again, this is a new account. This count is about 14 to 15 days at this moment. I am not too sure. Let me check real quick. So again, we are level 66. We did start at level 60. I will post screenshots of before up right now so you can look at it. Again, this before. It's drastic difference. Again, we only went up 6 levels from all this farming that we did. 2,000 runs. It's quite a lot, and we only went up 6 levels. Do keep that in mind. Again, I did do this because newer accounts really struggle on charms. Don't really care about catalysts. You get a good amount of catalysts. I did make a video on it about where you do get a good amount of this catalyst boxes just from the new Archie event for a newer account. But again, let's go look at it for how many days we have currently been logging in. This account is currently, we are 16 days old on this account, and we have over 1 million stigma. Again, I'll be posting screenshots up on the screen. If you want to look at it, if you want to pause it, you could go for it, knock yourself out. Again, here's all our charms that we did get from 2,000 runs. Again, it's more than likely around 2,100, but on the data, it's about 2,025 runs. Again, it's around that ballpark. Again, it's much different from how it did look before. Again, if we scroll down here, we are going to be seeing the catalyst increases. It's quite a lot of catalysts. We are pretty much set for a little while on the jelly, the fangs, and the looks. The looks are kind of low in my opinion, but we'll deal with it later. And then you will see we have about 1,836 stigma. Again, I do really recommend this for a newer player. I think it helps out quite a lot. As a newer player, I do think the most struggle is going to be your charms. I have gear. I'm already starting Farm Rift. I can upload a video on that if you want to go look at it. I'll make a whole playlist for it if you want to. Again, I have all this gear, but yet I cannot roll the gear because I did not have the charms for it. That's the biggest problem I saw. Even on my main account, I'm still running into charm problems, so I'm probably gonna go farm this on my main account as well and do the exact same thing. Probably not the same amount of runs, but again, it is the best thing to do, in my opinion, to actually try to, if you want to follow this little guide, you can. It's up to you. I'm free to play on this account. Actually, I lied. I'm not free to play. So I did spend $5 for the sake of the video to really get the extra bonus of the monthly pack. Where is it? The monthly pack is right here. We are getting the 10% XP for more stigma. We did have about 130% boost because of the... It is obviously the Epic Dash, right? We do have the Epic Dash buffs 1, 2, because, again, new account. Buff 1, we have this extra percentage, right? And we got the new hair dash buff. We got to add that in mind. And then we were on a buff weekend, so keep that in mind. It is a buff weekend, so we did get more as well. So in total, it was 130 plus the 10%. So it was about 140% EXP boost, hence why we have so much stigma. Again, as a newer player, I do highly recommend it. I do think it's really, really worth farming. It's going to put you in a good spot. I think this is maybe... If I had to go in a ballpark, it's maybe roughly around it's definitely over 25 gears max. If that Polar Bear did about 1,100 runs, and he got roughly about 18 to 20 gears max. Again, it's not that much, but it helps. It really does help, especially if you're all low on gold. It does help you as well. And if you're low on certain catalysts, it does help you as well. Again, this is farming 3-7 on... usually for a Saint. Again, I do recommend it. This is all for just scientific to get the data for it. Is it really worth farming it for charms? I highly recommend it. It is worth farming for charms. Gold on your hand, again, gold is extra, and really the main thing you're farming is literally going to be for the dust and charms. 100% worth it in my opinion. Worth the 2,000 runs. I'm going to go mark the gear out, and I'm going to have fun. Other than that, though, I'll see you guys later, and peace out.